basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. It's the Los Angeles Clippers facing the Houston Rockets. And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Joel Embiid, and it's Pippen in at the three. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Shooting for LA, Gilbert Arenas at the line for two.
And the first one at the line is good. Hits both from the stripe. And here's Doncic. Outside Wembanyama. Launches it. Gets the three to fall.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Pass to Lanier. Goes up from the top of the key, and the basket by Pippen.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Doncic outside. First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Yao. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. So it's the Clippers now. Here's Arenas. Pass to West. Here's Pippen, guarded by Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid is screen on Brooks. And the basket by West.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's the pick. Lets the three fly. Arenas' shot is off. Doncic passes to Thompson. Down low. Oh, deflected. Yao. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Pass to Arenas. A minute 37 left in the opening quarter. West misses.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Thompson passes to Doncic. Brooks outside. To the inside. Here's Yao. He drains it from the right block. Yao's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And this is something Brooks must continue focusing on. When he sets up guys, team chemistry improves.
Pass to Lanier. 55 seconds left now in the first quarter. Arenas' shot is off. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Houston. Outside Wembanyama. Unloads from 13. And again, it's Houston.
Yes, shot making, playmaking. Wembanyama can do it all offensively.
Here's Arenas, defended by Thompson. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Houston leading by 4. Brooks outside. Wembanyama, pass to Doncic. Wembanyama screen. Three-pointer. No luck on that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Houston up by 4. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end. Yeah,
they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Joel Embiid. And it's Pippen in at the small forward.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Doncic. No points yet. Takes a three. Joel Embiid with the board. The Clippers trail. Here's Pippen. And he lobs it up to the rim. Now Doncic. Pass to Yao. Rebounded by Pippen. Here's Arenas. Here's West. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Thompson finds Doncic. The three is up. And another miss by Houston. With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
Pippen, pass to Embiid. Here's Pippen, guarded by Doncic. Here's West. Pass to Embiid. Here's West. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. Now here's Thompson, guarded closely. Doncic with it. In transition, here come the Clippers for the... Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Los Angeles shooting their third free throw shot of the game. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The Rockets trail. Now a timeout called by Houston.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Thompson outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. To end the drought. Lanier with the rebound.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Embiid can't hit.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Doncic finds Wembanyama. Thompson scanning the floor. Brooks outside. From deep. On target from range. Brooks has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's West. Pass to Lanier. Inside. Here's West. Rockets with a rebound. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Thompson passes to Doncic. Off the mark there with a three.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. Not going to go that time. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Clippers on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. So it's Los Angeles now. 2-point game. Thompson out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Dillon Brooks. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Yao in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And it's Houston's ball. Doncic outside. Wembanyama against Embiid. Wembanyama pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Here he goes. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Arenas. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Doncic passes to Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Defensive foul. Jerry.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Houston.
Free throw good, Wembanyama.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Pass to Lanier. Here's Arenas. 4-3. Connects from downtown. Arenas has got 11. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
And the Clippers with the ball. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Arenas. He's got 11. There's the block. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. 6 to shoot. Puts it up off the inbound. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds in the game. Doncic passes to Thompson. Knocked away. And they're on the run. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for the Clippers, Jerry West taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both shots. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Embiid against Wembanyama. Pass to Thompson. Fires the 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Thompson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Here's West. 5 points in the game. Here's Lanier. There's a minute 34 left in the third. From the arc. And they get it back.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Doncic. No made baskets yet. The 3 from Wembanyama. Houston gets it back. Doncic passes to Wembanyama. Here's Yao. And at last, they get one to fall. And Houston leads by 1.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Lanier. Here's Pippen. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Pippen's got 7.
And able to regain the lead there.
Pippen's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Doncic passes to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama missing. Here's Arenas. Brooks defending. Pass to West. From deep. Now with a rebound. And this game, folks, a close one here in Houston. Thompson finds Doncic. Back to Thompson. Here's Yao. 2 on the clock. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Rockets on top, leading by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Joel Embiid. And it's Pippen in at the small forward position. Pass to Arenas. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Doncic outside. Knocked loose. Here we go. All alone. Here's Arenas. And Los Angeles, another 3. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D. And they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over the last break. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Thompson left side. 5 to shoot. Got a hand on it, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Clippers in the lead. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Lanier, covered by Wembanyama. A clear look for Embiid. It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. Wembanyama up top. Here's Doncic. Houston with another miss. And it's the Clippers' ball. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And the basket by Pippen.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Rockets trail by 4. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Screen by Embiid. Pass to Arenas. Here's Pippen. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Off target at the rim.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
There's the drive. Tipped. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. A minute 15 left in the game. Pass to West from behind the arc. Rockets with a rebound. Brooks outside to the middle. Here's Thompson. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Joel Embiid. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him.
If there were ever a play to change the momentum, that might have been it. The bucket, the body, and now the lead.
Embiid, a screen on Thompson. Here's Arenas. Count it!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Doncic outside. For 3. Lanier with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks comes with a double team. Here's West. Brooks defending. Pass to Arenas. Clock at 6. Embiid, a screen on Thompson. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
These are the moments Embiid loves. Enjoys being the player for this team to take and make clutch shots.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Brooks. And they'll get another chance. Puts up a deep 3. Can't knock in the 3.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And an intentional foul right there.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the Miami Heat facing the Indiana Pacers. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Payton. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Jones. And it's Mikan in at the 4 slot. O'Neal passes to Payton. Shoots over Kobe, and it's Payton. That time on the assist by Shaq.
And superb strength there from Payton, absorbing the contact and keeping his composure for the finish.
Here's Bryant. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now, here's Payton. Here's Rice from the arc. The rebound by Bryant. Pass to Maravich. Back to Kobe from past the arc. It's rebounded by Mikan.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Payton kicks to Rice. There's the triple. The Pacers pull it in. Richardson outside. Ilgauskas kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from outside.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now here's Payton. Here's Rice. Shaq down low. Working on Howard. O'Neal misses. Here's Indiana. Here's Maravich. Indiana again missing. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Miami. Pass to Rice. Payton against Maravich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, we don't talk about defense a ton, especially with guards. But Gary Payton, he can change a game with his D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
For Miami, Gary Payton taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Payton. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
How they do it, fans. Clap your hands for the Pacers Breaker dance crew.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Bryant the pass to Ilgauskas. Richardson outside. Pass to Maravich. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Now Jones. 1:05 left here in the opening quarter. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shaq with the bucket.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
And here's Maravich from the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Payton. O'Neal outside. Rice, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside, Kobe for the three. And it's Shaq with the rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Payton can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A three from Bryant, and he's good on the three ball. Bryant's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pacers lead by 2. And don't go away. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Maravich is out there with Bryant. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Ilgauskas. And it's Howard in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And Shaq with the slam.
And this is why Shaq's teammates lob it up for him. They trust him to finish that alley-oop.
Bryant the pass to Ilgauskas. Back to Kobe. Ball's knocked loose. It's taken away by Payton. Drops in the breakaway layup. 6 points for him.
And you see Payton's eyes light up when the break is on. Very opportunistic in those situations.
Pass to Ilgauskas. Richardson with it. Here is Maravich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jones. Maravich, good. Maravich has got his second basket of the game.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Payton passes to Mikan. Jones with the bounce pass to the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jones has got his first basket.
Well, it's great to see Jones finish inside, showing how he's a threat at the rim.
And the Pacers call time here. Richardson outside. Here's Bryant. Up again. Bryant on the follow. Kobe's got 7 points in the game.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Payton passes to O'Neal. Here's Mikan, covered by Ilgauskas. Payton dishes to Rice. Pass to Mikan. Shot clock at 6. No good. Great D that time from Howard. Richardson the pass to Maravich. Outside, Kobe lets it go from deep. What a shooter! What a shooter! Kobe Bryant.
A nice set there, making it easy for Bryant. He had that lined up all the way.
Payton outside from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Say this about Richardson. He is a fearless player. There isn't an opponent who doesn't think he can dominate or a situation he can't take charge of. There is no back down in Michael Ray.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one drops. And Richardson drops them both. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside, O'Neal. Pass to Rice. Back to O'Neal. to stop the run. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
On the wing, Bryant. The shot's good on the assist by Maravich. Maravich has got 3 assists in the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside, O'Neal. Pass to Rice. Pulls from the top of the key. Pacers with the rebound. Howard's got his 6th rebound on the night. Richardson kicks to Kobe. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't go that time. Kobe Bryant getting it done for the Indiana Pacers. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll return shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Jones. Payton is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Mikan in at the power forward position. Here's Bryant. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that.
Indiana leading by 3. Maravich the pass to Bryant. Back to Maravich. Indiana moving it around. Richardson, no luck.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And that one drops for him.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Timeout called the Pacers. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Ilgauskas. Howard against O'Neal. Howard dishes to Ilgauskas. 4 on the shot clock. The shot. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Shaq's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the basket by Jones.
He likes to shoot from back there. He's steady Eddie for a reason.
Indiana trailing here. Pass to Bryant. Now here's Richardson. Back to Kobe. They need this, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Shaq.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the D.
At the line for Indiana.
He hits the second from the line. And Miami has possession. In the second half, they've only given up 1 basket coming from the free throw line. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Bumping, battling down low. Gary Payton is more than comfortable in those situations.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Payton. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Pass to Ilgauskas. And here's Richardson. Here's Ilgauskas. Bobbed up there for Howard. The steal. Here's Rice. Guarded by Kobe. Payton outside. Here's Rice. No scoring in this one. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Rice has got the lead up to 6 now for Miami.
And he makes it look so easy. Rice's fluid shooting form really helps him on those long-range misses.
For 3, Kobe. O'Neal with the rebound. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Miami. 51 seconds left to play in the third. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Outside, Maravich. Bryant, a screen on Jones. Payton against Bryant. Shot, high post. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Shaq's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And here are the Heat. They're on a 13-1 run. Jones lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Jones has got 9.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Heat. They're up by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Ilgauskas is out there with Howard. Then there's Kobe. Then there's Richardson. And it's Maravich in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Indiana. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Richardson.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pass to Rice. And it falls over the rim and in.
And look at how Rice is just totally ready for the moment. Just put the ball in his hands, and he's good to go.
Bryant with it, defended by Payton. Back to Kobe. Here's the 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Maravich has got his 4th assist in this one. The Heat leading by 5. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Rice. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Rice has got 5 points now this quarter.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ryan.
Timeout.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade and replenish your energy for the late game push. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. Payton looking it over. Pass to Jones. Three-pointer. And finished off by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Bryant against Payton. Howard setting the pick for Bryant. Latrey. And it's Miami with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Payton with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And Shaq with the slam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Kobe kicks to Maravich. High, arcing shot. And it's Shaq with the rebound. The Heat leading by 10. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rice. Richardson covering. Baseline jumper. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Outside, Kobe goes up from the top of the key. Miami grabs the miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Pass to Rice. Here's Mikan. Three-pointer, Payton. Dwight Howard pulls it in. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Maravich. And it's Rice with the rebound. And here's Miami. It's a 10-point game. It's Payton high post. And the shot goes in.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
For the Heat, Gary Payton, shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw off from Payton. Not sure the miracle, Greg, is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Richardson.
At the line, for Indiana, Michael Ray Richardson. 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Payton with the ball. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. It's the Chicago Bulls taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Bowen in at the shooting guard position.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Smith. Adebayo grabs the board. Chicago with the ball. Here's Bowen. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. Can't cash it in from close range.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Ball passes to Olajuwon. Harden surveying the D. Off target from outside.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson a screen on Paul. Pass to Moncrief. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Outside Paul. Now here's Smith. Here's Olajuwon. Over Adebayo. Here's Chamberlain. Robinson defending. Chamberlain passes to Olajuwon. Outside Paul. Fires for 3. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Here's Bowen, covered by Smith. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for Atlanta.
Timeout.
Searching for their first points of the game. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone watching. See what you got. Dance in the game.
Here's Chamberlain. Pass to Smith. 1:16 left in the first quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. Harden, the open look. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
He saw he had an opening, and Harden took it.
Chicago leading by 5. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from deep. Chamberlain pulls it in.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's a 3 from Paul. Sinks it from distance.
And Paul is very selective with his shot attempts, especially from deep. So you know he liked that look.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Bowen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adebayo sets a screen. Shot clock at 5. Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Paul passes to Harden. Puts up a 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. It's all knotted up.
Well, you have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
Tie game in Atlanta. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the court for the Bulls, they've got Bam Adebayo, and it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game now.
2 shots.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Adebayo. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. He's guarded by Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. Taking it inside. SGA.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Paul with it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Bowen, covered by Smith. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Olajuwon. Now Smith. Here's Olajuwon, counted by Adebayo. Here's Olajuwon. Shot clock at 6. Here's Harden. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Chicago leading. Tipped away. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Adebayo. Still without a bucket. Knocks it down from distance.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team. The ability to knock down jumpers.
Paul passes to Olajuwon. Now Smith. Here's Olajuwon. Pounded by Adebayo. Fades and shoots. Shot's good by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 4 points in the quarter. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Here's Bowen, covered by Smith. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and again, it's Chicago.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
Pass to Olajuwon. Smith with it. There's 53 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Olajuwon. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
Pass to Bowen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson, a screen on Paul. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Hawks. Smith outside. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Oh, misses the dunk.
Love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Bulls. They're up by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Smith, James Harden out there with Chris Paul. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5. Here's Moncrief. Here's Adebayo. Misses the layup.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Smith finds Paul. Here's Olajuwon. Robinson defending. Olajuwon passes to Harden. Here's Chamberlain. Paul looking it over for the lead. And he lays it up and in. Paul's got 5 points.
Yeah, when he's inside, Paul is so good at finding those little creases.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Adebayo, a screen on Paul. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound Atlanta. Olajuwon's got 4 rebounds in the game. Paul against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Paul. Pass to Smith. Here's Olajuwon. Pounded by Adebayo. Olajuwon passes to Smith. Puts it up. Atlanta gets it back. Outside Harden. The 3. Sinks the tray. He's got 5.
A lights-out three-point shooter. Harden loves to take and make them.
Robinson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Hawks leading. There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Back to Paul. There's the triple. Adebayo grabs the board.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Moncrief, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Bowen. Up and over Smith. Deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. And the Bulls call time here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 points in the game.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Here's Olajuwon, hounded by Adebayo. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Moncrief. Let's go with a three. Yes! And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Now it's a three-point Bulls lead.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Ball passes to Olajuwon. To halt the run. He can't hit that time. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Bowen. There's the three. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Harden. Now Smith. This one for three. Counted from distance. Smith's got his second basket.
Yeah, well, passing it inside and out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 3 on the clock. And the jumper falls for him. 14 points for him.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Chicago ahead, up 2. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Bulls, they've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the jumper from the wing.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Olajuwon passes to Smith. And here's Paul. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time.
Yeah, the dime-dropping skills of Paul. Tremendous at getting it to uncover teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. And the basket by Bowen. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Now here's Harden. Defense right on him. Pass to Paul. Back to Harden. Launches a three. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team, and they were blunt with their team, telling them if they want to win, the comeback has to start right now. They can't waste any possessions. Plus, they told the players, we need some stops. A very direct way to communicate, Brian.
Okay, thank you, Allie. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Robinson. It's tipped, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Pass to Paul. Back to Harden. Pulls up on the wing. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
A consistent and standout scorer. It's really no surprise to see Harden making a big impact out there.
Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected. They recover it. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. The Hawks lead by 4. Three-pointer, Harden. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA takes it himself. Shoots over Paul. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Now Harden. Inside. Here's Chamberlain. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Here's Bowen. Robinson, a screen on Smith. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Paul. Chamberlain pulls it in. And Atlanta with possession here. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. And that one's good. And now a 6-point Atlanta lead.
Everyone knows Harden is a talented passer. He can really rack up those assists.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. Got a piece of it. They get it back. And that's an intentional foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander. His first. Team first.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. And Harden gets the double team. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Only one defender will get the steal in the stat sheet, but both guys made an impact there on D. He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
James Harden.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
And the Bulls call time here. They're behind by 6. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
To the wing on the left. Moncrief. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Chris Paul taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adebayo. Three-pointer, no good. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. And so it's Atlanta with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a
And welcome, everyone, here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. They've got Carter. Rudy Gobert is out there with Marc Gasol. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Walker in at the 2-guard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
James misses. Walker looking for an opening. Driving in. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, a big part of what Kemba Walker does that makes him dangerous, scoring off the move. How about that body control, guys?
LeBron outside. Pass to Thurman. Outside, Simmons. Mobley, a screen on Walker. Clock at 6. The drive by Simmons. Mobley finds Simmons. And he gets it to go.
Ben Simmons refuses to take no for an answer. How about the aggressive drive?
Walker against Richmond. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Now here's James. The shot missing. Outside, Walker. Antetokounmpo against Richmond. Back to Giannis. Pass to Gasol. Simmons against Walker. And stolen by Mobley. Pulls up on the wing. Tipped away.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Richmond against Walker. Richmond with the bucket. Richmond's got his second bucket. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And they've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Here is Carter. It's Richmond picking up that last basket. Carter dishes to Gasol. Another shot. And finally they hit one.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
Now here's Simmons. LeBron with a screen on Walker. Antetokounmpo against James. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Giannis. Walker the pass to Giannis. Outside, Gasol. Dallas moving it around. Carter outside. Gobert the screen. Outside, Walker. And it comes off the front of the rim. Richmond against Carter. 2 points. That one goes. Richmond's got 6.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Shoots it up. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. We've got Gasol, Antetokounmpo out there with Kemba Walker. And there's Carter. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Thurman. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Thurman's got the lead up to 2 now for the Timberwolves. Richmond against Walker. It's up a 3. A rebound by Thurman. Thurman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Richmond kicks to Simmons. To the middle. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Carter. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Thurman's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Richmond. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, we know Ben Simmons loves to set his teammates up. They love playing with this guy.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game. Mavericks trailed by 5. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Giannis up top. Guarded by Simmons. The kick out to Walker. 6 to shoot. Gasol setting the pick for Walker. And he connects with the jumper. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. James with it. Nothing on the board. Mobley finds Simmons. Back to Mobley. Richmond outside. And the 3-ball is good.
On a roll here tonight. Richmond with a lot of offensive tools, and he is happy to show them off.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Minnesota leading by 6. Here's Thurman. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Giannis against Simmons. Antetokounmpo passes to Gasol. Now Gobert. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Driving inside. The putback. Here's Gasol. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Man, this is exactly what Marc Gasol gives you. The power to fight through contact and the skill to convert.
The Mavericks have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol.
And what you like about Gasol, he can put up big numbers, but he also does the little things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Mobley. Still yet to score. James against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Thurman. Buries it down low. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Evan Mobley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
Simmons against Giannis. Gasol looking around. Carter with it. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Carter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. James outside. Back to Simmons. Mobley sets the pick for Simmons. Pulls up on the elbow. The Mavericks pull it in.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Gasol, a screen on Simmons. Antetokounmpo. That's a two-pointer. Off target from the wing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. The Timberwolves on top, up 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Mitch Richmond in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Simmons is out there with Richmond. Then there's Mobley. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Thurman in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Dallas. 4-point game. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Left side, Walker. And good that time. Walker's got the first bucket of the third here for the Mavs.
And Walker, the definition of a creative finisher. No foul, no problem.
Here's James. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Outside, Walker. Outside, Gasol. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. And here's Carter. Over Simmons. And it's Carter missing.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
James gets the bucket.
And production, one of the things James does best. He's so skilled at finding shots for himself.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
LeBron with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Thurman. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. 4 on the clock. Here's James.
And that's a great job by Giannis of altering the shot.
James misses. Giannis right side. Outside, Walker. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Simmons. Back to LeBron. Feed away. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
We often see LeBron James with the ball in his hands creating for himself or others. That time, a little catch and shoot, the easy one for LeBron.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Outside, Gasol. And it's Carter missing. Timberwolves leading by 3. And it's sent back by Carter. And they recover it. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Richmond. Carter comes in with the double team. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
The Timberwolves made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
One shot.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Walker. He's got 9. Giannis outside. It's over Richmond. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. James finds Simmons. LeBron. Right block shot. The shot, no good. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented, as always, by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. We've got Walker. Marc Gasol is out there with Rudy Gobert. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Carter in at the 3, the small forward. And here is Simmons. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. And it's LeBron missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Antetokounmpo passes to Carter. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. 8 points for Vince Carter.
Oh, I like that. Good read by BC. An elite, big-time scorer with versatility.
It's stolen by Carter. Now the Mavericks moving it up. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, the setup, and the slam by Giannis.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Richmond with the screen on Walker. Clock at 6. Richmond dishes to Simmons. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Walker finds Antetokounmpo. Carter outside. Outside, Walker. For 3. Mobley with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Sinks the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Antetokounmpo against Simmons. Gasol, a screen on Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Now here's Simmons. Back to James. Looking to get it going, and that's good off the glass that time.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Here's Gobert. Back to Giannis. Gobert the screen. Giannis passes to Gobert. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And it's the Mavericks with the ball after the basket by Minnesota. Gasol setting the pick for Carter. Off target with his 3.
Simply put, a bad shot pass. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
LeBron James always ready to sacrifice for the play. Absorbs the contact, draws the foul, gets the shot off.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Pass to James. Mobley up top. The offensive rebound. Thurman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
17 seconds left in the game. Giannis outside. The kick out to Walker. From deep three-point land. And so Minnesota takes the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. It's the Sacramento Kings and the Chicago Bulls. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. And it's Kidd in at the point. Here's Havlicek. No good on the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
George finds Edwards. Here's Johnson. Back to Edwards. From downtown, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Here's Kidd. Sabonis outside. Pass to Havlicek. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kidd. George defending. The shot by Kidd, no good. George feels it out a bit. Here's McHale. Back to George. Outside Johnson. The three is up, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Havlicek. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, we've talked about this often. Hondo does a lot of things that help you win. They're from deep range. That'll help spread the floor, too.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to George. There's the screen by Johnson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. McHale. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
You talk about footwork in the post. I think McHale is without peer. And it takes a lot of practice to refine the footwork that he has. That's dedication to your craft on full, fruitful display.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Sabonis outside. And it's Smits with a rebound. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Chicago. Pass to Johnson. Back to Edwards. Kicks it to George. Here's Smits. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
It's so difficult trying to keep Smits off the glass. He feasts on these second chance scoring opportunities.
Timeout called. Sacramento. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Kidd. George defending. Here's McGrady. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, you got to admire and appreciate the unselfishness. I mean, Kidd always looking up and looking out for his guys. I mean, excellent at finding the open man.
Now here's Johnson. George outside. They set the screen to the middle. Clock at 6. Smits, good.
Boy, George is an outstanding player. Actually, one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Here's McGrady. Pass to Kidd. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Soft touch off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
McHale, pass to George. Oh, they get a hand on it. One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson with a bucket.
Well, I like Magic doing his work inside. The close range look. Smart play that time by the Magic.
Here's Kidd. George defending. Sabonis with a screen on George. Lets a floater go.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring. Simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Taking a look at the Kings. And it's Sabonis in at the 4. Back to Johnson. Oh, Sabonis with a block. And they'll keep possession. And they're able to recover. Johnson with a bucket.
Magic showing you the stick-to-itiveness with that play. Chasing down the rebound to make sure they convert.
Here's Havlicek. Pass to Kidd. Here's Havlicek. They set a pick. Just 5 on the clock.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 3-point lead. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. George outside. 6 to shoot. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Kings trail by 3. Here's Kidd. Here's Chandler. Pass to Sabonis. Goes back up. Driving inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, it's such a pleasure to watch Sabonis work. A great basketball IQ and an unreal passer for a big guy.
And Sabonis drops them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And so here is Chicago. Pass to McHale. Here's George. clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. George has got his first points of the game.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Havlicek. Here's Kidd. George defending. Sabonis outside. Takes the three. And another miss by Sacramento. Bulls leading by 3. Edwards finds George. And there's the lob. The dive for the ball. It's stolen. Here's Kidd, guarded by Edwards. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Edwards. Here's the three. Oh! Edwards showcasing the range.
Well, that was a bomb from Edwards, showing off that deep range.
Pass to McGrady. .111 left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And a fast break now for the Bulls. And here's George. Outside Johnson. To the inside. Edwards, a pass to George. The rebound by Chandler. Kings trail by 3. Here's Kidd. Pass to McGrady. 24 seconds left in the first half. Sabonis with it. A deep three. Havlicek's shot is off. Now here's Edwards. He has 6. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Chicago ahead, up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Anthony Edwards out there with Johnson. Then there's Paul George, and it's McHale in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's McGrady. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Boy, there's that infinite athleticism. McGrady enjoys putting on a show for the fans in the airborne fashion.
Now here's Johnson. Outside Edwards. Over Sabonis. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Edwards has got 8 points.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Pass to McGrady. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 10.
McGrady getting all graceful with that shot. How about the floater? The perfect amount of touch and finesse.
Now here's Johnson. Edwards fires from way outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Chandler's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's picked off. Outside Johnson. Pass to George. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Oh, George with a steal. And the jam by George.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition. Times it perfectly and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Here's Kidd. Here's McGrady from outside the arc. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8 points now. Wide open look. Again, the Bulls score.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Timeout call, Sacramento. Kings trail by 4. Here's Kidd. Pass to McGrady. Fires the 3. And the Kings with another 3.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's McHale. That's short off the rim.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
Shooting for the Kings, Tyson Chandler at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off.
A defensive anchor for this team. Chandler takes a lot of pride in grabbing boards, altering and blocking shots, and stifling shooters.
And it's tied up with that one.
Could have taken the lead there, but instead, they're going to have to settle for the tie.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pass to Edwards. The 3. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting a rock every time.
1:07 left in the 3rd. Here's Kidd. George defending. McGrady to pass to Kidd. Here's McGrady. 4 on the clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. McGrady's got 12 points here in the second half.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. They get the rebound. Back to Johnson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got 6 points.
Once Magic gets the ball inside, he's about at the rim. Even the contact, not enough to foul him up.
Here's Kidd. George defending. Here's McGrady. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Edwards looking for an opening. Here's Smits. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And we've reached the end of the third. Chicago ahead, up 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kings trail by 5. Taking a look at Sacramento, and it's Havlicek in at the 3. Pass to McGrady, takes a 3, drills it from deep. McGrady's got 21.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Now Johnson. Down low. Smits passes to McHale. Tries again. And it's good on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 4.
As we like to say, a guy like McHale is a problem. He's such